Brothers and sisters, generals, welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion. And I love taking breaks. It just feels so good when we get back on and start speaking. And man, we budget our awareness, we budget our body, our mind, our soul. It's so beautiful, keeps us rejuvenated and not being burned out in this hyperactive world we are listening to. That's why I always and forever will always honor thy ancestors, far and near, brother or sister who's a general that got many of us in a great divine space that we are in. And salute current subscriber, new subscriber, anybody that view, I salute you and thank you. I might have said it already, but I'm gonna say it again. Welcome, brothers and sisters, so very welcome to another edition of EBX Discussion, where I uplift and I learn with the listeners and maybe teach along the way. Remember, we're leaders and teachers, with a student spirit. So let's get into it, my generals. Man, appreciate Mama Africa, the real beauty, real talk. Appreciate Mama Africa, the real beauty. Now, I know everybody has their different views, different perspectives and opinions, maybe some theories on Africa. But as I said, on I think the last podcast, I did a tribute to T.I. and I just talked about things and being bold in our greatness. And I spoke on a little bit about Africa in there. And I've always had a respect for Africa. And just one's opinion, I don't like when people mock or make fun of Africa. It bothers me. I don't even like when comedians do it. Now, I'm not going to go on this rampage where I'm say, stop talking about Africa, but that's just how one feels. And something I remember in a quote I heard from Brother Doggy Diamond, actually, it's his quote. I remember one time he said, the same thing we laugh at would be the very same thing that will make us cry. So be careful what we say about Africa, brothers and sisters, because we never know. Like I always say, life is like a full circle. It will come back around one way or another. Thus, Africa. And if us that study Africa and research and are seekers of knowledge, we see what's going on in Africa right now. Long time coming. Righteous things always and forever will always come around, because something I know to be true in one soul. And I can't speak for everybody, but in my soul, great divine Mother Nature in that universe rules over all. At the end of the day, I don't care how much power we have, how big our platform is, how much influence we have. Great divine Mama Nature and universe runs all this shit, hands down. As I like to say, will shake us off this earth like a bad case of fleas. Real talk. And another thing I like to say, some of us don't realize how small this planet really is. The earth is so fucking small, it's ridiculous. It's big to us, but to that great divine, it's a pebble, it's a grain of sand. That's how small it is, real talk. And it could be just blown away and forgotten about. But that's just one's opinion and or theory. That's how much respect, and that's how I look at that higher force. And you want to know why I do that, brothers and sisters, generals? As well as myself and other generals who are standing out here, whether in our family, in the world, online. We know the power of that great divine and Mama Nature, which I'm going to put that in the end screen. I did a video or a podcast on appreciating Mama Nature. And I spoke on Africa in there too. And I'll put that in the end screen. And I have another podcast and or video. I think I'm going to show my face. I'll show a video with my face because I don't show my face a lot. And I like doing these podcasts because it's comfortable. And, I don't want to give too much detail, but, you can dress how you want to dress when you're speaking on a podcast. But when it's coming from a place of teaching and giving knowledge and inspiration, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's beautiful. Kind of like Africa. And I want to give a salute to Brother Lance Scurv. I got an email from him yesterday. And he sent, it was about the sisters over there in Africa. And I won't get into it because I don't want to spoil it. But he sent, because he likes to write. Sometimes he'll email videos or he'll email something he's wrote. And it was something he wrote and I read it because reading is good. As I say, it's good for our cognitive functions. Because we get up in levels of awareness, or especially age. Things tend to deteriorate. Our eye, our vision, our mind, So we have to do things to keep ourselves sharp. And there's many things we have to do as brother, sister, family, young or older. But in reading is one of them. So again, salute to Brother Lance Scurv. He sent me an email yesterday, and he was speaking on. Now we all know, most of us, if we know Africa, got some beautiful sisters over there. I mean, drop alive gorgeous. I mean, that would just make you melt. I mean, I've seen pictures he's seen and other pictures. I mean, just freaking beautiful, man. And but he was speaking on, I don't want to spoil it. I was gonna read it, but I was like, nah, I don't want to spoil it because he might do a video on it or something. But I just want to touch on it a little bit. And he was talking about the deception of some of those beautiful sisters over there. We just have to be careful. But I don't want to go into it too deep because he'll probably do a video on it. And I know others that watch his channel probably get emails too, so I don't want to spoil it. But he was just showing or talking about the realities. You know, sisters are beautiful over there, and I'm sure there's some good sisters over there too. But he was just speaking on the realities of the deception of some of the sisters over there. You know, because as we know, if we've studied Africa, some of our African brothers and some of our African sisters, they have this. How can I put it? They see things in America and mimic it, so to speak, you know, because you know how America is a big powerful illusion, and it makes some Africans, not all, some of them kind of mimic America. And you know, deception is everywhere. Real talk, you just got to be careful, you know. And Africa is very, very beautiful, but we can't let that stop us from seeing the beauty in Africa, because it is one of the most beautiful places on the planet. To me, hands down, real talk. Because I said the next podcast was going to be Appreciate Mama Africa, the real beauty. And I wanted to do a little studying, a little reading. And again, to salute Brother Lance Scurv. And if you want to see that, what he sent in that email, he talking about some, not all sisters now, but some sisters that are, you know, deceptive over there and get you for your money. Because I'm telling you, African sisters are, man, fucking beautiful, bro. So yeah, they got that power. These American women ain't got shit on them African sisters over there. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Real talk. But we got some beautiful women here in Milltown. But a lot of them are deceptive too. You know, beauty is a mother hubber. Real talk. And if you ain't, as a man, if you don't got your integrity intact, your spirit, your soul, man, I'm telling you, like social media, you know, like Brother Land say about social media, these beautiful sisters, and any beautiful sister anywhere. But we talking about Africa that are deceptive. Man, take your soul right up out of you, real talk, and have you in a place and be like, well, how the fuck did I get here? Real talk. So we just got to be careful, brothers, real talk, because, you know, we are men, you know, but be thankful for the wise brothers out there who are aware of themselves, because we need generals like that. Salute to light the way like a lighthouse. So check out Brother Lance Scurv. It's lancescurvx.com, and I don't want to read it. I don't want to spoil it. So check that out, and you'll see what he sent. It's a reading in the email that he wrote about some sisters over in Africa that can be deceptive. It's unfortunate, but it's a reality. So I don't want to spoil that, but check that out. So salute to Brother Lance Scurv and his platform. Put in a lot of body of work, and salute to him, his troopers he got with him on his team, and a salute to him and Lily Fire, which is his wife, and they're doing great things over there in Africa. They literally on African soil. And also salute to Brother Kwaku, who's also in Africa, and a very powerful brother. You know, I'm glad I've never met those brothers, never seen them in person, but thank that great divine that it linked us together. You know, great divine always bring things on our path, but that force leaves it up to us to understand, overstand, and understand, you know. So you can go on again, check out lancescurvx.com to check that out. When he sent some pictures. The girls were beautiful. They were freaking beautiful. But yeah, we got to get past that, brothers. That lusting shit. I'm telling you. And you see what's happening to celebs in the media. You know, it's examples all around us. And many things can come from lust. You know, of course, money, attention, you know, sex. We all know. You know, been there, done that. Real talk. So I just wanted to stop and speak on that for a minute. And I am going to, I want to read a little presentation about Africa. Because there's a lot of things. I've never been to Africa. So that's why I'm kind of studying and reading up on it. And things come in seasons. And if I would have went to Africa, like when I wasn't very aware about Africa, because I've always been intrigued with Africa, but if I would have like went over there when I wasn't really educated about it, one of them sisters would have got my ass. Because I used to have a little challenge with lusting. If I would have went over there like unaware and not knowing, they'd have got me. Real talk. Because the sisters in Africa, oh my God, beautiful, bro. But we got to get past that though, because that's the best part of life. It's a sister. When we finally do link up with a sister with a beautiful soul, real talk. So in my opinion, now I won't say all girls who are like physically pretty, but most pretty girls a lot of them can be deceptive, and it's hard to see past that into their core, how they really are, because we can't get past their beauty. So, and that can be dangerous sometimes, real talk. But it is nice when we do find a sister that's attractive, that's beautiful on the inside and the outside. That's so fucking rare, so we got to look past the beauty and the skin tone, because I love a brown skinned sister. I'm infatuated with brown skinned sisters, and dark skin and light brown. Something about that copper brown. I don't know. And I was telling my son Ethan, his mom, she has pretty brown skin. And I was telling her the other day, I was like, you glowing. It's like our sisters just glow sometimes, I don't know what it is. It's just something that they have that's different than other nationalities. Now, it's one nationality that I would say comes maybe close to an African sister's beauty. I would have to say Puerto Rican sisters. Puerto Rican sisters is another nationality that can be so freaking beautiful, and they act so much like sisters. Cause back in the day, I dated a Puerto Rican sister, and she was cool too. She was really cool, beautiful, man. Look just like a sister, just light skin, real talk. So in my opinion, that's the only other nationality I think that comes close to that vibrant melanin beauty of an African sister. And man, and the brothers over there, man, chiseled like how we see those Greek god statues. That's how a lot of the brothers are over there. I mean, some of them don't even work out and be built swole I'm telling you, like a Greek god, real talk. But they're better than a Greek god, way 10 times over. I'm just giving an example. We see those statues with, the Greek gods, and, they show the muscles and all that. That's how a lot of the brothers over there, and their teeth are so clean and white. I noticed that in a lot of pictures. Like a sister and a brother from over there can have some of the darkest skin. I mean, almost purple black, but their teeth be pure white. That's dope. Over here in America, we got all these damn toothpastes and shit, and people's teeth be fucked up. Real talk. So, some advice I would like to give, and this is something I heard from a white dude long time ago. And he said, this is from a white dude I used to work with. This is probably, 20, it's been a while ago. But this white dude told me that most of these toothpaste takes off the enamel off your teeth. So that's something we have to, of course, what we eat, we got to brush our teeth at night. That's very important, because I bet I could do a survey from 1 to 100. I bet maybe 50 to 60% of people brush their teeth at night before they go to bed. That's the most important time. In the morning too. Most people think in the morning. Really it's at night, because we're sleeping. And they say our mouth is I don't want to misquote, 98 degrees or something in our mouth. So whatever we're eating or whatever, that's where the tooth decay comes in, the food in our mouth. And because food rots in our mouth, you know what I mean? And so to speak, I could be wrong. I'm just kind of giving an opinion, more or less. I don't want to make it look like it's fact, but I've noticed when I use other toothpaste, certain toothpaste, the enamel, I could feel it in my teeth. I can literally feel my teeth decaying. So the advice I would give as far as toothpaste, but it's other things you can use. We have to do our research and check into it. But Sensodyne, and that's dentist recommended. Now, that toothpaste works good for me. It's expensive, but it works so much better, and it keeps your teeth healthy. That's just some advice, And brush our teeth at night, and use mouthwash daily. Read the back of it. Always read what we use, what we eat, drink, everything we put into our body. Read it. And I wash out. I use scope mouth, well, not scope, but I forget what I use, but it's mouthwash, and I'm constantly washing my mouth out, especially at the end of the day. Like when I come home from work, first thing I do is wash out my mouth. From eating and drinking all day, stuff like that. And another reason why we should keep our mouth clean on a regular, because our saliva, because that's how a lot of times, and just in one's opinion, and theory, a lot of times our saliva, if our saliva is not clean, and that's why it comes to what we eat, drink, all that shit matters. Everything we put into our body, everything about the body matters. Real talk. Because it gets into our saliva, and that's where the bacteria comes from, and it gets into our stomach, and we get the tummy ache and all this shit. These are things I didn't pay attention to at one time. So those are just a few things, and I brought that up because, again, I noticed that about our African brothers and our African sisters, their teeth be so clean and white, and I thought that was amazing. So we got to work on things like that. And some of us, when we're living in America, some of us are just not aware of these things. We just go with what we see in the commercial, and we see a certain toothpaste just because they say it's whitening and all that. Oh, I'm gonna get that toothpaste. And the very toothpaste that say they got whitening on it, that's the very shit that tears the damn enamel off your damn teeth. Real talk. So Sensodyne, which is expensive, but it's the best toothpaste to use. I've been using it for years, because I notice, again, when I run out of Sensodyne and I use that other shit, I can feel my teeth decay, and it's not the same clean. It feels different. So that's just a little advice I wanted to throw out there, something that we don't think about, because again, at night is the best time to brush our teeth and keep our mouth clean, especially after we've eaten stuff like that, because food sits in our mouth and rot, and it gets into our saliva, and it makes its way to the rest of our body. So that's where some sicknesses can stem from. It's in our saliva. That's why we should wash our mouth out every night. After we're done, when we're done eating for the night, wash your mouth out or brush your teeth. I would say wash it out though, with a mouthwash, because it has stuff in there that kills bacteria. Because that bacteria is what gets in our saliva and then gets into our stomach, and it grows into other things. I'm not a doctor or nothing like that, but to me it makes sense. So that's why we should keep our mouth clean. All right. So that's just something I want to put out there. But again, salute to Brother Lance Scurr for the emails I've been getting from him. Wonderful emails. And I didn't want to touch on that about the deception of some sisters in Africa. I don't want to be a spoiler alert. So again, check that out. What I said, lancescurv.com. Check it out. Great information on there. Again, he's literally in Africa, as well as Brother Kweku and Lance Scurv wife, salute, Lily 5. All right, now I wanted to read a little briefing on Africa, because again, there's a lot of things I don't know. So let's go. Leaders and teachers with a student spirit. Let's appreciate Mama Africa and the real beauty together. And that's what's on one's banner here. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Beautiful, man. And that's just a small part of Africa. Africa is huge, huge. We could probably fit, where I'm staying, Milltown, we probably fit the whole Milltown in Africa. Real talking. I used to think, when I was little, I used to think Milltown was big, But now I look at it, it's not that big. It's pretty small. And again, it's some beautiful sisters in Milltown. I mean, beautiful. Some of them just got to get their head and spirit right, their mind, soul, and body right. Well, some of them body is right, but you got to get that mind right. Real talk. Because I don't give a damn how beautiful you are. If you are evil, rotten, manipulative in the soul, that just makes you ugly. I see right past that shit when a sister is toxic. All right, now I'm still a man. I might still be intrigued by that beauty, but once we sit and think for a minute and kind of play out scenarios, it'll bring us back to reality. All right, leaders and teachers, student spirit. Let's go. Africa boost. Let me see. Boost. They say boast. Let me see. BOASTA on S. I don't know why that word seemed weird to me. All right. Africa boasts a diverse range, or say boosts. Boost or boast. Forgive me. A diverse range. Africa, a diverse range of stunning landscapes and vibrant cultures, making it a continent of remarkable beauty. Some of the most beautiful places include the Serengeti National Park in Tanzania. Now, some of these I might not be able to pronounce, so forgive me. Tanzania, known for its incredible wildfire migrations, and the Akavanga Delta. Forgive me again if I'm pronouncing these words wrong now. Delta in Botswana, a unique island delta teeming with life. The dramatic Atlas Mountains in Morocco offer breathtaking scenery and Berber villages. Cape Town, South Africa, is renowned for its scenic beauty, nestled between Table Mountain and the ocean. I bet that's beautiful too. I'm just picturing it in my head. Other notable locations include the Sahara Desert, Victoria Falls, and Mount Kilimanjaro. Sounds beautiful. Yeah, I'm looking at a little picture. Beautiful. Kind of like my thumbnail. Real talk. Well, not my thumbnail, but my banner. My thumbnail and one's banner. So I'm just trying to learn a little bit and share the appreciation for Mama Africa. The real beauty, man. The most beautiful continent on the fucking planet, hands down. Don't give a damn what nobody say. And it irks me when people make fun of Africa. It really do. It bothers me. It really do. I've never made fun of Africa, even when I didn't understand it and I didn't really know much about it. I've always been infatuated with it. When I was a kid and I used to see those commercials and I see those kids, I used to feel so bad. I didn't really shed a tear, so to speak, but I definitely was crying inside. Real talk. I always felt so bad and sad when I seen those kids. That's actually what motivated me and wanted me to go to Africa. Real talk. Never been a day in my life, but I always had a love for it. That's why I say, again, I don't like when people make fun of Africa and talk about it. If you go mock Africa and talk about it and have your opinions, take your ass over there and see what's going on, or connect to someone who knows about Africa so we can really know. But that's just me. To each is his own. Because again, I don't even like when comedians do it, because again, when we date back and we seen what our ancestors went through, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't do it. To each is his own. Because again, look at the brother over there in Africa now that's making things happen, and these are things that some of us thought were impossible. Real talk. And it's entities, crooked, evil entities over time that has really tried to hide the power and the magnetism of Africa. But it can't be hid no more. It's out there now. Now evil entities whining and all this shit. Get your ass out of here. It's over. All that whining shit. No. That shit is so crazy. It's like entities, certain people hate to see black people in power. They can't stand it. I mean, it's like they can't deal with it. It's crazy. Just like Black Wall Street. Couldn't handle it. It's crazy, but those days are over. You know what I'm saying? Because again, what I said a few minutes ago, the great divine, Mother Nature, and that universe has the final say overall. I don't give a fuck how much power, who have what. Nothing is over those three forces. I don't give a damn. And I'm standing on that. That's why we got so many warriors out here in our families, brothers and sisters, younger or older, in the world and online. All right. Now, let me see. I think I'm gonna go to, I always have a hip hop break. And I just wanted to give my love, and appreciation to Mama Africa and share and read up on some beauty about it. Because there's still things I don't know. Again, I've never been in Africa a day in my life, so it's good to know things about it before we go over there. And, as I heard my brother say, our mindsets, we can't carry that same American mindset over to Africa, because I'm sure it's a different breed over there. And like my brother was saying about deceptive sisters over there, they looking for weak brothers from America that don't know shit about Africa. And that's good to go over there with love now. We keep that love, because I'm sure there's some good brothers and sisters over there. So we got to keep that in our love bank. We got to keep that. But also be aware, because the beauty of an African sister, man, it's nothing like, man, It's nothing like it. So that's why we have to be careful, because we can say, oh, I ain't worried about that shit, and no sister gonna get to me till we get our asses over there and we see these beautiful ass sisters and be like, whoa. So that's why we have to be aware, real talk. And that accent, how they talk, that'll get us too, real talk. I mean, I can't do their accents very well, but just imagine with me, brothers. And I don't mean to just be talking on the sisters, I'm just saying, because I'm sure we got some generals that are brothers over there too, real talk. Again, I'm telling you, they like Greek gods over there. Brothers built over there. Don't work out of nothing. Just naturally built, And you got some parts of Africa that I've seen in videos that they don't play with that like that rape and shit like that and molesting. It's some parts of Africa that don't play that shit. I've seen videos and they'll whoop your ass with them bamboo sticks. I've seen little videos in the past. They had this one guy, I spoke on this before, but they had this one guy tied up to a pole or something, and he did something. He assaulted some girl or something, and they had him down to his drawers, and they was whooping his ass with a bamboo stick, and they call it public humiliation. Public humiliation. That's what they call it. It's like it's called a public humiliation ritual. And I guess the guy had assaulted somebody, and everybody was standing out there. He was tied up to the pole, and they was tearing his ass up with that damn bamboo stick. Whack, whack, whack. He was no. He was sliding down that pole. I'm telling you, and that's the kind of shit we need over here in America. As I told my son on a father and son discussion a little while back, all these little so-called gangsters and these girls out here want to manipulate and doing illegal shit and undermining. No, I'm talking about those who just like disrespecting their parents and just doing wrong shit. And this could be brother or sister and just don't give a fuck, that kind of shit. And those like that, like thugs, gangsters, like killers, people killing people and shit like that, and this male or female, brother or sister, line they ass up down to their damn drawers, butt naked if need to be, and get that bamboo stick and tear their ass up. I'm telling you, if we had that kind of shit, that'll stop a lot of crime. But we all know how the system and the government works. Do they really want to stop crime? Do they really? Think about that. Ponder that. Because that would stop a lot of it. If these kids, because one thing we know, a youth never forgets pain. Never. So we line their ass up, butt ass naked, and spank them with that damn bamboo stick. Whap, whap, because that shit hurt. And whatever they did is how many licks they get. Real talk. Yeah, because my son and I remember me and him was discussing the young brother that took his mom out. You know what I'm saying? And went on a shopping spree with a credit card. It was crazy, man. People are like that. You know what I'm saying? Line their ass up and just see, he got life. And I think he was looking at the death sentence, but the brother that me and my son was talking about, I think he got life. So he get to get his ass. I told my son, whoop his ass every Wednesday. Some shit like that. It's called the bamboo ritual. We'll whoop your ass every Wednesday. I'm telling you, that would stop a lot of this crime. Kids know they're going to get their ass whooped with that bamboo stick because that shit hurt. I don't give a fuck. Real talk. So if we had that, in my opinion, that would stop a lot of crime. And like I said, in some parts of Africa, they don't play with that kind of shit over there. Now again, I'm sure there's crime over there and stuff, but it's not as bad as it is over here in America. Real talk. But people only go off what they see in the media and they run with it. Again, before you mock or talk about Africa, how about taking your ass over there and do some investigation or, and see what it is if we can get over there, because they making that hard too. And that's another thing Brother Lance did. He did a video where he talked about how to get over into Africa. See, that's beautiful, man. And some of us are not fortunate to get information like that. I don't take shit like that for granted, bro or sister. Real talk. So again, I don't. It hurts me. It bothers me when people mock and talk about Africa, especially if you don't know shit about it. Real talk. So that's why I say connect to someone who is real, brother or sister, who is literally living in Africa, so they can give us some real insight. Because Africa is fucking beautiful, bro. Real talk. Now I'm sure it has its rundown parts and maybe ghetto areas, just like anywhere in the world. You know what I mean? But I tell you one thing, the shit that goes on in America, as far as hearing police sirens every other day, because here in the Milltown, I get so fucking tired. of hearing these damn police sirens every other fucking day. And it's nice now, it's real hot out. And I don't know what it is when it get nice outside. It brings the ignorance out of people. Get to driving crazy, and it's been so many fucking shootings. It's ridiculous, man. It don't make no sense. Every other fucking day, it's a damn police siren. I don't get it. I don't know why people, when it's nice outside, you get these, some people now, not all, because not everybody is, out here doing bad shit. But some people that's under that conditioning or blind ignorance, the first thing they want to do is get out and bump the music in their car and then go clean their car and want to show off in front of other black people and show how tough they are by beating up somebody or shooting somebody. It's ridiculous. But that's that conditioning, that evil entities throughout decades, that spell that had put black people under. And like I said, some came out from under that spell and some are still under it. But what I always say, folks, in order to break a spell, we have to know we're under one, Some don't want to come out from under that spell, though. Some people, toxic shit is all they know. So we got to let them go. Toxic individuals, rotten to the core, that don't want to change, we got to let them go. We got to let life teach them, because they'll fuck us up. The warriors out here. Those of us that standing firm. And that's in our family, in the world, and online. So that was just a little something that was in my spirit I wanted to speak on. And again, like I said, Doggy Diamond said, the very thing we make fun of be the very thing that make us cry. Thus, Africa. Because I appreciate Africa, and I'm glad I always have. I've never mocked or talked about Africa. I never mock or talk about anything that I don't know nothing about. Real shit. And that go for person, place, or thing. Real talk. All right. So I want to get to these songs I want to play. Then I'm gonna come back as I always do, and we're gonna have a hip hop break. And I also, when I come back, the most beautiful places in Africa where the most beautiful women reside. It's many places, but it was a few names that I kind of researched and came up with that where I would say public opinion would think the most beautiful sisters are in parts of Africa. I'm gonna read that when I come back, and some other kind of interesting things about the beautiful Mama Africa, the real beauty, real talk. Now let me see. I'm gonna get to these songs that I want to play. And as you heard when I came on, that was the African drums. I love my African drums. All right, what's going on here? All right, let's get to it. I gotta get to these songs. Okay. Hold on, my brothers and sisters. What's going on? Okay. All right. The first song would be Take Charge of Our Life, brothers and sisters. Do our own research. Don't let the world be our guide, the media. We be our guide. Not a God, but have that God spirit within. Don't try to be God, because that's danger. We see what happened to people that try to be God. They get it the worst. You try to be God, woo-wee. I feel sorry for you, real talk. But we're going to be back, and we're going to speak on some more of appreciating Mama Africa, the real beauty. But take charge in our life, brothers and sisters, globally, all over the world, wherever we are right now. Take charge. Be back.
Yeah, EBX, to my generals, salute to the bulls by the horn. Gotta take charge, cause we moving on. And they know I got that grace, and I ain't in here trying to run a race. I'ma teach you something to make it do, and to make it sure that we never lose. Cause you help me and I help you, yeah, we never be confused. Gotta stay up on this rhyme, and I do this all the time. Yeah, I'm smooth in this life, and we don't ever grind. Cause I can teach thee, making sure that we can see our children in industries and see a family. Ooh, I got the things that come straight up from my soul. Trying to live my sisters and all of my bros. And yeah, we could keep on moving on. Stay up in the zone. Take the bulls by the fucking horns. Woo! Yeah, take the bulls by the horn. Yeah, we gotta take charge. Yeah, cause we moving on. Brothers and sisters. Yeah. Gotta stay up here on this mic, and I got these things I gotta say. There's so much insight, and you know I keep it in my mind. Gotta be one of a kind. And you know I keep on moving with that great divine. Gotta stay in alignment, yeah, with my brain. So we gotta stay smooth while we here on this plane. I do this, man, straight up off the dome. Check the bulls by the horn, man, we gotta stay strong. No fear, and I don't see it. I'm staying on this ground. And making sure I keep that fierce positive sound. I keep on doing this, staying in the divine zone. I gotta take charge, take the bulls by the horn. Woo! Yeah, gotta take charge. Yeah, cause we moving on. Brothers and sisters, I gotta say it. Yeah, I take the bulls by the horn. Yeah, we must take charge. Brothers and sisters, we moving on. Yeah, take the bulls by the horn. Brothers and sisters, to my generals, never give up. You know what I'm saying? We've conquered many things, so keep going. Salute, EBX. Yeah, take the bulls by the horn. Take charge, we going on. Salute.
Real talk, salute. Real talk, we taking charge. Take charge of your life, brothers and sisters. Again, salute to the brothers and sisters all over the world, but we talking about Africa right now. And salute to the generals over there in Africa. You know, the brothers that live by that code, a code of respect. It's beautiful, you know. I always carry that respect. Like as I said to a couple podcasts ago, being evil is not even in my nature. I couldn't be evil if I wanted to. I can't do it. My conscience would bother me. Be thankful if one has a conscience. Brother, sister, general, family in the world and online. Because it's a beautiful thing. Because I'm telling you, being consciously free and aware, respectful, is the most beautiful thing in the world. Even sometimes we don't understand things, person, place, or thing, but stay with it. You know, great divine got something in our heart. Hold on to it. Real talk. Again, we're living in a hyperactive world. You know, we can easily get thrown off course if we're not aware, you know, like me speaking on Africa. You know, what if I just listened to superficial things about Africa and went with the narrative of Africa ain't this and ain't that and all that? You know, I wouldn't see the beauty in it. And to me, those who mock again and make fun of Africa, they just don't see the beauty in it. If they did, they wouldn't mock and talk about it. You know, it's not, again, there's bad things all over the world. You know, every world has a ghetto or a rundown, you know, whatever we want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing, again, to me, my opinion, Africa is one of the most beautiful continents in the world. Real talk. I know we got other beautiful places, but Africa is it, you know. All right. And so I'm telling you, some of the most beautiful sisters and our brothers over there, like that man built like Greek gods. I'm telling you. I mean, there's some good brothers over there, you know, because I've heard my brother speak on some good brothers, you know, that helped him, you know. So again, we just gotta keep that intuition antenna up, you know, and learn the meaning of differentiate. Know who's for you and who's against you. Real talk. It's unfortunate, but that's a reality, you know. All right, I got another song I'm going to play called Stop Hurting Each Other, because it's important. It's all over the world, globally, wherever we are, but especially in Africa. But one thing I will say, the brother that's over there, that's changing things, and that's a good leader. I don't ever say his name because I want to chop his name up. He's inspiring a lot of, it's something that's needed over there. And he is inspiring a lot of brothers and sisters, especially in Mama Africa. So we back after this, and just want to give a message. Stop hurting each other. Be right back. Well, hold on. Let me get to it first. Then I'll be back. All right. And I played this before, but it's got kind of an African beat to it. So I wanted to play it. And it's right here on my channel. Actually, it got the 3-candle protection on the banner. You'll see that from time to time. All right. And that's actually something I learned from Mama Africa, you know. All right. Be back after this. Stop hurting each other, please.
Let go. Wake up music. Salute. Rest in peace and in power. Lawyer Lyrical. My cuz. Salute to Lord Lamont. Got to love one another. Stop hurting each other. My sister and my brother. Got that we keep a good brain. Yeah. I always keep my family in me while I own these beats and make sure, yeah, I pave through the storm, making sure that our life is sweet. I make it for you. We can't lose. Gotta see clear, never be confused. Yeah, we can have good things, yeah, for my sisters, family, and my dudes. We got to love one another. Stop hurting each other. Yeah. My sister and my brother. Let's go. And learn to love one another. You done been through it too, I done been through it too. That's why I'm here and I'm a different dude, yeah. I'm still here, I'm around. That's why I got this positive sound. Never be stopped, cause I always rock. Cause I love the bottom, I don't see the top. I stay bouncing in one's mind. Yeah, I don't care if I'm high, I show that love, yeah, I lie. I love this thing that they call hip. I keep pushing through, try my best, man, to have good news. I love my family, all in my soul. I will stay grounded, sisters and bro. Can't hurt me, don't hurt each other, yeah, and stay bold. Stop hurting one another and learn to love each other. My sister and my brother, and learn to love one another. Yeah. Stop hurting each other. Let go, let go, let go. My sister and my brother. Yeah. Learn to love one another. Discover something great in each other.
Real talk. You know, some generals out here, brother and sister, man. Never know what a brother or a sister maybe, man, has something great inside, you know, like Africa I'm talking about, you know. Like I said, I don't like when people mock and make fun of Africa when they don't know shit about it. Real talk. And if you do know about it, the beauty, and you still talking about it, shame on you. Real talk. Because in my opinion, Africa is becoming more, let me see, how can I put it, more important in these days and connecting with it, you know. Because I always like to say, we as humans, we don't know what's coming down the road, you know, but that great divine always knows. So think about that. Think about that before you mock and make fun of Africa, you know. Who knows? Now, I'm just going to throw this out there. What if something happened down the road and that was the only place that we could go? Real talk, just think about that. But, you know, I don't know if that happened. I'm just throwing that out there, you know. But I'll always appreciate it because that's where a lot of our divine skills and power stem from, you know. So I don't know why people make fun of it, you know, whether black people like it or not. And one way or another, we're all connected to Africa. So teaches his own, like I said. All right, brothers and sisters. Now I want to read. Let me see. I want to read some places where the most beautiful women reside in Africa. Give me a moment. Cause I'm gonna find it here. Where is it at? Okay, never mind. We'll do this. Hold on, brothers and sisters, because I really want y'all to hear this. It's where the most beautiful women reside in Africa. Okay, here we go. Give me a moment. Okay. Top 10 African countries with the most beautiful women. Here we go. Number 10, Rwanda. Number 9, Zimbabwe. Number 8, South Africa. Number 7, Ghana, which Brother Lance stays. 6, Ivory Coast. Number 5, Dr. Congo. Number 4, Kenya. Number 3, Tanzania. Number 2, Nigeria. Last but not least, Ethiopia. All right, those are some of the places that the public thinks that the most beautiful women reside. You know, I just wanted to read that. And it's kind of ironic that our brother Lance sent me that email. I'm telling you, we're all connected in one way or another. It's kind of scary sometimes, like, whoa, you know, but accept it, brothers and sisters. Again, and divine is trying to show us, but some of us aren't fucking paying attention. We black people, we are connected. We just got to get our ass in gear and get in alignment with each other and realize that. I'm telling you, Man, do black people know how powerful we can fucking be? I know we hear unity till we blue in the face, but when we finally do connect and everybody on board, man, I'm telling you, we can overturn the system. Real talk, and have our own government, our own system. Because back when Black Wall Street, now we got more power, more resources. If we had a Black Wall Street now, I don't think it could get taken down because we got more resources, more stronger. It's not as vulnerable as it was back then. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an opinion and or theory. But everybody has to get on board. You know what I'm saying? All right, now I'm going to salute you, brothers and sisters, on to your divine warrior life. I just wanted to read that, and I got one more little briefing or just some information about Africa. All right, let me see. By Wendy, BWINDI, impenetrable forest. Yeah, impenetrable forest, famous for its gorilla trekking opportunities. It said BWINDI. Yep, impenetrable forest. It said famous for its gorilla trekking opportunities. So I guess you can go along and see, you know how you see people in those little Jeeps and they got the animals out on the outside. So it'll be fun, but scary. Real talk. So, that's what I say about, Caucasians. I swear they are so brave when it comes to animals. Real talk. All right. And not that because I'm sure you got African brothers and sisters over there, right over there in Africa. They run animals all the time, but I don't know, white people, I swear. But I ain't gonna get into that because it's about my people. All right. For stunning scenery and landscapes, Sahara Desert, explore the vast sand dunes and unique desert landscapes with options for camel treks and stargazing. Yeah, that'd be hot though. See, Atlas Mountains, Morocco, enjoy dramatic peaks, deep valleys, and Berber villages with options for hiking and climbing. Dope. Table Mountain, a flat top mountain overlooking Cape Town, offering stunning views. I bet, because Brother Lance, he stays on a mountain, or he's by a mountain or something like that. All right, here's a more detailed look at some of the most beautiful places in Africa for wildfire and nature lovers. Serengeti National Park, Tanzania, where the most beautiful women are. I was just reading. Home to the Great Migration, where millions of wild beasts, zebras, and gazelles traverse the vast plains. Dope. All right. Akuvanich Delta, Botswana, an island. That's where all the beautiful women at too, on these islands. An island delta offering unique ecosystems and abundant wildlife. And when I said wildfire earlier, I meant to say wildlife. Excuse me. I think I said that in the briefing when I first started reading. So I meant to say wildlife. So forgive me if I say wildfire. Wildlife, including elephants, lions, and various bird species. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. And various bird species. Beautiful, man. Man, I'm telling you, the ultimate place to be in nature is Mama Africa. Real beauty. All right. Let me see. Chobe National Park. I might not pronounce that right. Let me see. Kobe National Park. It's CHOBE National Park. Botswana, known for its large herds of elephants and wildlife. And other wildlife. Etosha National Park. A vast salt pan with diverse wildlife, including lions, elephants, and rhinos. Dope. Now I want to go back to that little introduction. See, Africa boasts a diverse range of stunning landscapes and vibrant cultures, making it a continent of remarkable beauty. Some of the most beautiful places include the Serengeti National Park, Tanzania, I just read, known for its incredible wildlife. I meant to say that. I said wildfire when I first read it. Forgive me. Incredible wildlife. Migrations. Yep. Dope. So I had to correct that. I noticed I said that when I first started reading. Forgive me. Yep, I fumble sometimes, but like I said, I don't even edit it. That's a part of being human. We ain't gotta be perfect all the damn time. Real talk. Be a human. With our quirks and mistakes and the little things we have wrong with us. As long as it's not hurting ourselves or hurting no one else. So I meant to say wildlife, not wildfire. All right. So that was just something that I had in one spirit. I did say I wanted to speak on appreciate Mama Africa, the real beauty, and again, salute to brothers that I connect with over time and in this life and on this path, and sisters, and salute to the generals who are over there in Africa, brother and sister that is holding it down, and the one brother that we know we talking about that's a leader over there that's doing the damn thing. Salute to him, because he's definitely an inspiration, and that righteous ripple effect is making his way over here to America. So again, learn about Africa before we talk about it and mock it and make fun of it. Learn a little bit about it, because there is a lot of beauty over there. It's just been a lot of deception over the years that's been trying to cover it up. Why do you think evil entities, people outside of black people that are not of black color, why do you think they be over there? They tell us what's wrong with it and show us all the bad shit, but you got evil entities over there getting all the resources and know all the beauty about Africa. You know what I'm saying? And tell us all the all the bad shit, which they make it black. Real talk. So my advice I would like to give brothers and sisters, please stop talking about Africa. Please stop making fun of it. Know your research, know the beauty of it. Even if you don't like it, want to go over there, just leave it alone. Don't even talk about it. Again, because America, come on now, compare America to Africa. Are you kidding me? And one thing we didn't have to worry about over there, depending on what part of Africa, because again, I never been over there. It's a very big place, and but it's a lot of deception. It's a lot of beauty over there, like my banner here. That's just one little part of it that's beautiful, but it's many parts over there in Africa that is very, very beautiful. It's just been separated and divided, and we know how it go, but it's slowly but surely it's getting back to being one. Of course, it's going to be some crabs in the barrel that's not going to want to get in alignment with a lot of us brothers and sisters, but a lot of people that are against Africa, they're going to regret it in the end. That could be an opinion or a theory. So again, I just wanted to speak on Africa, give a little appreciation, because I'm always saluting celebs and, and shit like that. So I'm telling you, I put Mother Africa over everything. I put Mama Africa right up under that great divine. So I'll say that great divine, Mama Nature, the universe, and Mama Africa, because I love it. And I ain't even been over there. And that's how much respect and honor I have for it. Because like I said, whether black people like it or not, I don't give a fuck what the black people say. We're all connected to Africa in one way or another, because most of our ancestry and our powers and skills and divine abilities, that's where it stems from. Real talk. Egypt is Africa. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but no, Egypt is in Africa. My bad. But and that's Kemet. Real talk. So I might be wrong on some stuff. I might be right on some stuff. But that's why we research and learn, right? Before we mock and make fun of the most beautiful continent in the whole fucking planet. On the whole fucking planet, hands down. So thank those for coming in. Learn a little bit about Africa. Forgive me for fumbling over the words and saying words wrong and stuff, but just wanted to put something on one's mind. Study it, research it, connect to a brother and sister that's literally standing on African soil. That's the most authentic way. So I'm grateful, for Brother Land sending me emails, stuff that I would get from his emails that I wouldn't get from the media sometimes, unless we're connected to someone who truly knows about Africa. And that's brother or sister. Even my mom is up on Africa. I remember her, she got dashikis and outfits and everything when I was young. I remember my mom. I learned a little knowledge from her too. As I brought up in the past, she had a list a long time ago. It was a big ass, long ass list. And it was like, how you get a big long, you go to the grocery store and you get that long ass receipt from all the groceries you bought. That's the kind of list she had, but it was a little bigger. And I remember it reaching all the way to the floor, and it was front and back. and it showed all the black inventors. I'm gonna have to ask her if she still got that. And I didn't read all of it, but I remember seeing it. And it was all kind of shit that we invented. You know what I'm saying? So many fucking lies. It's ridiculous that, you know, the other quotation marks, other people say they invented. Everything we see today in this world stem from a black scientist and or genius. Real talk. Everything, computers, you name it. Everything stemmed from a melanated brother and sister. That's facts. Real talk. Even the first scientist was black. The internet, all that shit, the concept of it, it all stemmed from a melanated brothers and sister. Real talk. So to me, my opinion, that's why we shouldn't make fun of Africa. You know, so to each his own, keep on making fun of it. You know, because again, life is like a full circle, brothers and sisters. Be careful. What we make fun of could be the same thing that make us cry. So thank those for coming in to another edition of EBX Discussion. And I just wanted to give some appreciation and some love to Mama Africa. And I appreciate those who listen. You get anything positive out of what I say, take that positive energy, pass it on to someone else, you know. And brother, sister, family all over the world, may we please keep that ultimate peace in your part of the world, wherever we are right now. Brother, sister, general, you know, family, you know, stay great out there. And please, if you can, you know, appreciate Mama Africa, the real beauty, real talk. Salute.